learners and viewers, welcome you all to our today's presentation for the BBA, regular MBA and Commonwealth Executive MBA students of School of Business, Bangladesh Open University. Our today's presentation will concentrate on the meaning of cost behavior, the classification of cost based on their behaviors and analysis of mixed cost with examples. Dear learners, hope you are ready with papers and pen. If not, may I request you to bring some papers and a pen now and keep them with you so that you can jot down important parts of the program during broadcast. Dear learners, so let us start our today's discussion. First of all, the meaning of cost behavior. Cost behavior is the way a specific cost will react or respond or change due to changes in the level of activity. Cost may remain the same or may change proportionately in response to a change in the activity level. Managers who understand the cost behavior well can take the organizational decisions properly. The decisions may relate to making a forecast, preparation of a budget, determination of the amount of profit a new product will generate and selection of the best alternative. Now, we will discuss the classification of cost according to their behaviors, and based on their behaviors cost can be classified into three broad categories. These are variable cost, fixed cost and mixed cost. At first, variable cost. A variable cost is a cost that varies in total in direct proportion to the changes in the level of activity or volume of production. In other words, when the level of activity increases, the total variable cost also increases. A good example of variable cost is the cost of direct material. You know, the cost of direct material changes in direct proportion to the changes in the number of units produced. When we talk about the variable cost, we often think that variable cost is always variable, but it is not correct. A variable cost varies in total. I repeat, a variable cost varies in total, but remains fixed if expressed on per unit basis. For example, the mobile phone call cost. You see here the variable cost per unit is taka 2. Suppose this is the per unit mobile phone call cost. If you talk 1 minute, then the total cost is taka 2, and this is fixed for all levels of production. But if you talk 1000 minutes, then the total cost will be taka 2000. And if you want to talk additional 500 minutes, that is 1500 minutes, then the total cost will change from taka 2000 to taka 3000. So, the total cost is increasing with the increase in the level of activity. So, it is said that the total variable cost is linear with the level of activity. For a cost to be variable, it must be variable with respect to its activity base or cost driver. An activity base is a measure of a factor whatever causes the incurrence of a variable cost. Some of the most common activity bases are direct labor hours, machine hours, units produced and units sold. Dear learners, now we will see the examples of variable cost which are mostly incurred in different organizations. You see here, for merchandising company the variable cost is cost of goods or merchandise sold, where for manufacturing company the variable cost consists of direct materials, direct labor and variable manufacturing overhead such as indirect materials, labor, lubricants and supplies. Where for service organizations the variable cost include supplies, travel, etc. And for both merchandising and manufacturing company, the variable cost consists of selling and administrative cost like sales commission, clerical cost, shipping cost, etc. Actually, this is not a complete list of all costs that can be considered variable. There are some costs which may behave more like fixed than variable cost in some organizations. Now, we will discuss the fixed cost. A fixed cost is a cost that remains fixed in total and does not increase or decrease with the level of activity or changes of the volume of production. But the fixed cost per unit decreases when the volume of production increases and vice versa. You see the total fixed cost is taka 50,000, and suppose this is a factory rent and it is fixed for all levels of production. Whether if you produce 1 unit, 20,000 units, 25,000 units or more, the total cost remain fixed taka 50,000. But if you produce 20,000, then the fixed cost per unit will be taka 2.50, that is taka 50,000 divided by 20,000 units. and if you produce more 5,000 units, that is 25,000 units, then the fixed cost per unit will decline from taka 2.50 to taka 2. So, the fixed cost per unit is decreasing with the increase in the volume of production. And the examples of fixed cost: factory rent, depreciation of factory building, managerial salaries, building insurance, municipal tax, etc. Viewers, now we will be acquainted with the mixed cost, and to make you understand this clearly, I welcome all of you to a hospital. Here you see the hospital is providing X-ray services to the patients, and to do this task the hospital uses equipment, power and supplies, pays salaries to the radiologists and technicians, purchases X-ray films, etc. And the depreciation charged on the equipment and the salaries paid to the radiologists and technicians are fixed cost, but the cost for X-ray films, power and supplies are variable cost. So, the cost of providing X-ray services to the patients are the mixture of both fixed cost and variable cost, which are known as mixed cost or semi variable cost or semi fixed cost. Telephone bills are also examples of mixed cost. A portion of telephone bills is line rent, which is normally fixed for each month. The variable portion consists of the number of units consumed or the number of calls made. Dear learners, now we will discuss the methods for separating mixed cost. For budgeting and planning, management usually needs to know what fixed cost and variable cost are included in mixed cost. Using the total cost and associated activity level, it is possible to break out the fixed and variable cost components of a mixed cost. There are mainly three methods for separating a mixed cost into its fixed and variable cost components. These are high-low method, scatter graph method and least square regression method. At first, high-low method. When using this method, the highest point and the lowest point are used to create the cost formula. The high point is defined as the cost point with the highest level of activity, and the low point is defined as the cost point with the lowest level of activity. And using these highest and lowest levels of activity, it is possible to estimate the variable cost per unit and the fixed cost components of a mixed cost. Under this method, the variable cost per unit is calculated as you see in the television screen. Here you see the variable cost per unit is calculated by dividing the changes in cost by the changes in activity, where the changes in cost means the difference between the cost at the high activity level and the cost at the low activity level, and changes in activity means the difference between the high activity level and low activity level. And to make it clear, let us assume that the hospital incurs some cost of providing X-ray services to patients during the last 9 months, as you see in the screen, where the highest level of activity and the total cost were high in the month February and lowest were in the month June. So, the changes made here in the activity level, I mean the difference between the high activity level and low activity level is 400, and the changes in total cost, I mean the difference between the cost at the high activity level and low activity level is 14,000. We know the total fixed cost do not change. So, the change made in the total cost here represents the changes in the total variable cost, and if we divide these changes in a cost by the changes in activity level, we will have the variable cost per unit. You say here this is taka 35 per X-ray. The variable cost per unit is taka 35. In order to estimate the total fixed cost, we have to subtract the estimated total variable cost from the total cost either at the highest level of activity or at the lowest level of activity. Dear learners, remember that the total X-ray cost for high activity level is taka 30,000 and for low activity level it is taka 16,000. Now, if we deduct the total variable cost from the total cost, then we will have the total fixed cost. And here for 700 X-rays, the total variable cost at the rate of taka 35 is taka 24,500, and for 300 X-rays the total variable cost is taka 10,500. You see here the total fixed cost is the same at taka 5,500 for both levels of activity. This is so because you know the total fixed cost do not change with the changes in the level of activity. Dear learners, now we will discuss the scatter graph or scatter diagram method. Under this method, at first the data relating to the level of activity and total cost are plotted on a graph, where the horizontal axis or x axis represents the level of activity and the vertical axis or y axis represents total cost. Then a line is drawn on the graph with data points which most closely represents a straight line with about an equal number of points above and below the line, and the point where this line intersects the vertical axis is the fixed cost. You say here the straight line intersects the vertical axis at taka 6,500. So, the fixed cost is taka 6,500. You notice here the straight line is drawn through a point where the level of activity is 500 x-rays, where the total cost is taka 23,000. So, if we deduct the estimated total fixed cost from the total cost at the point lying on the straight line, that is taka 23,000, then we will have the total variable cost, that is taka 23,000 minus 6,500 equal to 16,500. And if we divide this total variable cost by the level of activity, that is 500 x-ray, then we will have the variable cost per unit, that is taka 33 per x-ray. This is a quick and dirty method of estimating the fixed and variable cost elements of a mixed cost. Now, we will discuss the least square regression method. This method is used when a scatter graph plot reveals an approximate linear relationship between the x and y variables, and this method uses all of the data points to estimate the fixed and variable cost components of a mixed cost. The equation of regression line can take the form as you see, y equal to a plus bx, where y is equal to total mixed cost, a indicates total fixed cost, b indicates variable cost per unit, and x indicates the level of activity. With the help of this equation, it is very easy to calculate the total mixed cost for any level of activity within the relevant range. Suppose the hospital pays a telephone bill of taka 2000 for the first 500 local calls in a month and taka 3 per call made above 500. During March, if the hospital made 1500 local calls, then the telephone bill or the total mixed cost will be calculated as you see in the television screen. You see here this taka 2000 is for the first 500 local calls, and for the remaining 1000 calls at the rate of taka 3, that is taka 3000. So, this is fixed cost and this is variable cost. So, the total telephone bill or the total mixed cost will be taka 5000. Dear learners, hope you have understood our 2 days presentation. If you have any query or problem regarding our 2 days presentation, you can consult your textbook or contact to the respective tutors. No more today. See you the next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz.